Okay, so now we are starting with another vibrant and intelligent student of ours. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, my name is Nlem Onyekachi Benjamin. I'm from Imo State, Ikedru, precisely. I'm a student of Siam University, Thailand, and also Faculty of Hotel and Tourism Management. Today, I'm presenting a topic, Human Resources Management. Human Resources Management is organizing, coordinating, and managing an organization current employees to carry out organization mission. This simply means that human resources management is the ability of managing an organization and also the employees to carry out organization mission. It is responsible for the following sectors. Here we have recruitment, selection, employment legislation, discipline, development, training, reward system, trade unions, and productivity. So I will be explaining these sectors one by one. The first one is recruitment. This is the process by which a job vacancy is identified and potential employees are notified either through advertising in newspapers, magazine, trade papers, internal vacancy list, etc. They demonstrate their sustainability through application form, letter or CV, where their qualities and skills are outlined. The nature of this process is regulated and object to employment laws. So this thing is talking about, this recruitment is talking about the ability of job vacancy company or a firm advertise job vacancies either by advertising in newspaper, magazine, or by trade papers. Sometimes most people get job through newspaper or magazine by reading newspapers. There are some job vacancies there which you can get through newspapers or magazines. So when you see such adverts, all you need to do is to prepare your CV or send a letter to the company directly. So what comes after sending it is selection. This process is where qualified candidates are now shortlisted, invited for an interview where they can present themselves and what they know necessary. Tests are carried out to confirm the candidate is qualified for the post applied for. So this thing is talking about selection, is talking about, it's a process where once as a candidate, once you send your CV or a letter to a company, the company will select from your qualifications. If you are qualified for the job, then you will be selected and invited for an interview. So by the end of the interview, if you pass the interview, you will be selected. We go to the next slide, which is the employment legislation. Employment legislation, this simply means an increasingly important aspect of the human resources management role as it has wide range of areas of attention. This also covers the part of discrimination during employment and rights entitlement of each applicant. So this simply means that as an employee, this is an important aspect of the human resources capital management as it has a wider areas of attention. It covers the part of discrimination during employment and rights. So we go to the second, which is discipline. any successful organization is definitely disciplined. There is a range of procedure and steps in dealing with workplace conflict to help the organization manage employees' ethics. They include informal meetings, formal meetings, verbal meetings, written meetings, and grievances procedures. So I will explain what is informal meeting. Informal meeting is a meeting that can be held in a restaurant, anywhere, in an office, while formal meeting is a planned meeting that is held in an office or um, or in a conference room. While verbal meeting are meeting that are some meetings like Zoom meetings between the employee and the employer. Written meetings are meetings that are being read by the employer to the employees. So these are important in every firm because it plays a vital role by communicating with the employees. So we go to the next one, which is development. Development is the growth of an organization is dependent on their development. Developing employees is like investing in variable assets. Apart from this, helping the organization in growth and innovation of new ideas. It also helps the employees in becoming a better version and helps in fulfilling his or her potential. So this place is talking about development, is talking about the development is important in every woman being, not only you are working as in a company. Development take place in every woman being because it helps you to build your it helps you to build and have a good version of yourself and become a better person anywhere you are employed, you know. So the next one is training. This is a very vital development also. Is similar to development. The difference between who you are today and who you want to be is training. As a company, before you can work in a company, there are some companies that they will send you to abroad for a training, before you can work in the organization to be a better person of you, and they need to invest in the employee by training them with skills that can make their duties effective. For me, for example, I've worked in a company, best company. They produce drinks, liquor, whiskey, and gin. Before I was opportunity to work in that company, I was trained, you know. So this training is very, very important in every firm or company. So reward system. This is the system of pay and benefits used by the firm to reward workers. It may not be just money. It can be gifts, tax, holidays. Yes, I will give an example of this because when I was working with this best company, by every end of the year, the company organize like a end of the year for the employees so that they can share their gift items. Sometimes they send their employees to a holidays, in abroad. These are the reward system of every firm. The next one is trade relationship. Building relationship with employees. Other organization can be very effective for organization. It eases communication and helps the leadership too. There must be a mutual communication or relationship between the employee and the employer to make the organization to be very effective. It's very, very important in every organization. So the last but not the least is the productivity. the output of each worker in the organization determines if the organization will last long or fold. That is why measuring the performances of each worker is very essential. Yes, productivity in every human being, there is a productivity as a human being. You have to be productive anywhere you are. If you're a worker, if you're an employee, anywhere you are, you have to be productive, and this determines if the company will last long or will fold. Because in every aspect of life, you must be creative. Creativity is important and productivity is important too, So with this little brief explanation, you can understand what human resources management is all about. I can explain in Igbo. Afamobo Maazi Onyekachi Benjamin. Mụ sikwa na mpaghara Imo steeti n'ime Nigeria. M na-akọwa topic woman resources management. Topic a dị very
ịma na onye nke izizi present bụ human capital management, mana your topic is human resource management. Amamono Watal. Do you guys remember the difference? The first presenter centered on human capital management, but he himself is talking about human resources management. Okay, continue.
All right. Ihe m na-akọwa woman resources management. So topic a ọ bara uru n'ime ndụ anyị niile in our daily lives activities. Because ihe a na-akọwa otu anyị ga-esi manage ndụ anyị, manage ihe ndị anyị nwere. Ọwụ onye na-eme business, ọwụ onye nwere company, ọwụ onye nwere organization, otu ị ga-esi manage ya ọfụma ka ọ were ifold ọ ka ọ were ka ọghọm dị na ya ghara ime ya ka the business fold. So ka m banye na the slide na-akọwa woman resources management. Ihe ọ na-akọwa otu ị ga-esi manage your organization and ndị na-arụrụ gị ọrụ, otu ha ga-esi nwee ike rụọ na gị ọrụ may achieve a particular mission in that company. And o nwere usoro nọ n'ime ya a na-akpọ recruitment. Ihe a na-akọwa otu ị ga-esi otu company na-esi eme employ. Most companies aga through advert, by newspaper, by magazine. Ọ bụrụ onye na-achọ ọrụ, ya ma ha afụ such opportunities, o nwere ike o detere the company akwụkwọ. Then the company will now select according to your qualifications. Ya ma itozuo n'ịlụrụ ha ọrụ, ha nwee ike kpọọ gị. Ha kpọọ gị, the next one will interview. Ha kpọọ gị maka interview. Ọwụ ma pass ya the interview, then ị nwere ike nwee the opportunity ịlụ the company ọrụ. So the next one is employment legislation. Employment legislation a na-akọwa employment legislation a na-akọwa the importance onye na-alụrụ ọrụ, ebe ị nwere ike ebe your position onye na-alụrụ ọrụ, ebe ọ ga-egosi gị that na lekwe maybe emere gị employ as a sales rep, or emere gị employ as a driver, or emere gị employ as ọrụ niile a na-alụkasị na the company or the firm. Ka ọzọ wụ discipline. Discipline a na-akọwa otu isi na-address your way of approach, your dressing code, otu isi na-abịa ọrụ. Ị ga-adị very punctual. Enwere specific time ị ga na-eji abịa ọrụ, nwee time ị ga na-eji alụ ọrụ. And n'ime ihe a nwekwara ihe ọzọ a na-akpọ internal meetings. All the very, very necessary in company ọbụla or firm. Internal meetings wụ meeting enwere ike ime anywhere, in a restaurant, in an office. Nwekwe nke a na-akpọ formal meeting. Formal meeting wụ nke a ga-edetere gị akwụkwọ ka a na-ahazi ọ nke a na-eme na conference hall. Nwekwe nke a na-akpọ verbal meetings. Verbal meetings wụ communications nke a na-eme na Zoom meeting ka a na-akpọ Zoom between the onye mere gị employ na ndị na-alụrụ gị ọrụ. Nwekwe nke a na-akpọ written meetings. Written meetings wụ nke edere ede wee gụpụta ya. So ka anyị gaa na development. Development a na-akọwa as a woman being. Enwere ihe a na-akpọ development. Every woman being is supposed to have development. Ọlụ gị na the company, you're investing, you're valuable na the company apart from the organization. Ihe na-eme ka the company nwee ike too, ka the company nwee ike nwee growth, innovation, your ideas, your creativities. Ị na-eweta na the company ka the company nwee ike na-eto. Cause ka a na-akpọ training. Ka dị very, very important in any company or firm. Before you lụọ any company ọrụ, ị ga-aga ihe a na-akpọ training ka e nwee ike kụziele gị otu ị ga-esi lụọ ọrụ, kụziele gị otu ị ga-esi mee ihe dị otu a. Ọwụ nke ị na-enweghị idea ya, akụziele gị ya ọfụma. Enwere some company na-eziga ndị ọrụ ha obodo oyibo inwe ike jee mụta a particular skills, otu ị ga-esi nwee ike rụọ na the company ọrụ and your ideas, so that this company nwee ike may expand and have growth. Nke ọzọ wụ reward system. Reward system eji m onwe m wee maa atụ. Na enwere company m rụrụ ọrụ na Port Harcourt a na-akpọ Best Company, which everybody ma. Na-eme company a na-arụ mmanya na-aba n'anya na nke na-adị ka milk. So a na-eme by every end of the year, company will organize gift items, holidays. You know, sometimes they send their workers on a trip, holidays. Some na-enye ha award. Ya wụ ndị ke rụrụ ọrụ ọfụma, gbara mbọ ọfụma, enye ha award. Cause ọwụ trade relationship. Ihe trade relationship a na-akọwa wụ the relationship between the onye na-alụrụ gị ọrụ and the company. Because ihe a na-eme ka the company na-aga ọfụma. Because ebe enwere communication between onye na-alụrụ ọrụ na onye na-alụ ọrụ, ọ na-eme ka the company na-eme expand na onye ọbụla na-aghọta ibe ya. The last one wụ productivity. Ihe a na-akọwa, ihe a dị very important in every woman. You know, your output, ihe na-ewepụta as a woman being, your ideas, your contribution, your performances, ị na-ewepụta. You know, onye na-alụrụ ọrụ, ị kwesịrị at least ị na-ewepụta performances ka ị nwee ike na ọrụ na-aga ọfụma, ka the company nwee ike na-aga ọfụma, ka ihe na-aga ọfụma. Ụmụ school, ama m na unu ghọtara ihe m kwuru. Yes, so ihe a the end of my presentation.
Ọgụgụ ka ọra gị n'ọnụ. Okay, kịta bụzi ajụjụ.
I have a question. My name is Mecca Chidoto Elvis. I'm from Nigeria in Imo State, Nigeria. Ikedro local government. Akabo is my village. My question goes like this. Mr. Lem, my question goes, how can a reward system bring growth in human resources management? Ele otu reward system ga-esi nweta uto na human resource management?
Okay, that's a very good question. How can a reward system bring growth in woman resources management? Yes. As a firm or as a company that rewards each employees, it gives you the motivation, it gives you the ability to work hard for the company. By doing such, you are to bring a very good wider growth for the company. Because if this is like an appreciation of a work done, you understand, rewarding you for a very good work done, it gives you the ability to work very hard and to bring growth in the company. So ịkọwa ya n'asụsụ Igbo or ele otu reward ga-esi weta growth na the company. M na-akọwa that na company ọbụla na-enye employees reward like award, gift items by the end of the year alụchara ọlụ, ọ na-eme each employee enwe mmasị ịlụlụ company a, wepụta obi ya lụọla company ọlụ. And by doing such, ọ ga-eme ka the growth of the company nwee ike balite. I hope I have answered your question.
Okay, Emeka, thank you very much. Next question.
I'm Marvin Kato from Kampala, Uganda. Okay, now, as a human resource manager, how do you manage the recruitment and selection of employees in an organization?
Sorry?
As a human resource manager, how do you manage the recruitment and selection of employees at the organization?
Okay, it's a good question. As a firm, as a company, how to manage your recruitment? Before you can employ anyone, you must check their qualifications and check if their ability and if they are qualified for that job. Because you cannot employ skilled person to do a job. The person must have a qualification that determines him to get that job. I hope I've answered your question. Ajụjụ ya na-akọwa that na as a company or as a firm, a lot of nwere ike isi manage ndị na-achọ ịchọ ọrụ na your company. Nsakwana ya that na before you may anybody employ, ị ga-ele ma onye ahụ tozuru o nwere qualification ga-eme ọ ga-eji arụrụ gị ọrụ. So onye na-enweghị qualification enwe ike lụrụ gị ọrụ, onye na-enweghị skills of that particular job cannot give you the best. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so next question.
What is the main goal of human resources management?
Sorry?
What is the main goal of human resources management?
The main goal of human resources management. Yes, that is a very good question. The main goal of human resources management is to manage your resources as a firm or as a company very well. That is the goal. To make a very good productive at the end and to manage it very well. I think I've answered your question.
What are you managing? You said the main goal of human resource management.
As a company, for you to manage your firm, or as a business owner, let me use it as an example. As a business owner, for you to manage your resources or for you to manage your company, you must have these resources. You must have the resources to manage it. It must have qualified employees.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Keki is kọwakwana ya n'asụsụ be anyị.
According to ihe ọ jụrụ m, otu m ga-echi kọwaa ya wụ that na as a company, otu ị ga-echi manage your business onwe ike na-aga ọfụma, ị ga-enwe high skills people na-arụrụ gị ọrụ, ndị dị very ndị tozuru n'ọrụ ahụ a chọrọ ịlụrụ gị, and ndị Igbo na-aracha m ahụ. Yes, I've answered it. The next person, please.
Any other question? Is it my fault to tell you that you have answered? You want to say that, you want to accept whether your answer is correct or not. Bennett, is the answer correct? If not correct, let him keep answering.
Because what is answering is another thing, because my question is that what is the main goal, and he's talking about how to.
So that is, he said you have not answered this question. He said, what is the main goal? He said, what is the main goal? He said, what is the main goal?
What is the main goal?
The main goal of human resources management?
What's the main goal of human resource management? You see, the what did you? I don't press. Let me do it. What is the main goal? Is the okay, so
My question is,
what's the main goal of human resource management?
Yeah.
Is that not
what is the main goal of human resources management?
Okay, the main goal. According to your question, I've answered this question before, but let me answer it again.
Okay, let's
Maybe
see.
in a tone that you will understand. Yeah, the main goal for human resources management is the ability to manage your business as a firm or as a company, your strategies, your ideas, your creativities to manage your business. That is the main goal.
Okay, can somebody put
Let me help you, my brother. The main goal of human resource management is to achieve success. To achieve success and good earnings, both the manager and the employees. So that's what I understand according to his explanation. Thank you.
do you agree with that with the answer? You.
Me, I believe is to enhance productivity and development in an organization.
So what did you answer? Were you
The same thing. Yes, I said.
From another perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, because to get productivity, to get the profit, you cannot get profit if you don't recruit professionals or experts, those
yes,
who can handle it. That is why. So maybe because you started answering it indirectly, that's why.
I think he's
the
confused.
person that asked the question would need more explanation. Okay, so can you summarize it in Igbo language?
Yeah.
The main goal of the human resource management.
Yeah. The main goal for human resources management n'asụsụ Igbo, ihe nkọwa m ga-awụ as a company or as a firm, for you to achieve or for you to be successful You know, you have to employ in them all and in experts, in them with qualifications. No longer each of them employ for you to achieve success.
In fact, that's
Okay. 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 Yeah, I have two questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You talked about training side. You gave example that some company send people abroad, spend a lot of even funds to make sure they train you before you work on their company. Okay, as a HR, you are as a HR. Let's assume you train individual, and after training, spending your money because you must spend a lot by training. Yeah, and the person decide to go away from your company. As a HR, will it affect you in training future as your principle of training people again or recruiting people? So how can you manage that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Can you put
the
it
second
in-
one.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, the second
Can
one
I
is
answer the first one before you go to the second one?
The first one in Igbo first. How do you rephrase it in Igbo? Do you understand the question?
Yes, I understand the question.
Okay.
I believe that in every business or as a company,
What was the question?
the question is how do you manage when you after training an employee and the person decides to leave the company? How do you manage it? Will you continue doing the same thing to other employees or will you stop?
Wonderful.
Yeah, so my answer will goes like this. I believe in every company there is a contract between employees and an employer. You know, so a contract, this means that the number of years that you can work for this company before you can go to another company. So I believe that before then I would have made my profit or I would have gained what I used in sending you abroad or anywhere. You know, that's the reason of that contract. I believe I've answered your question. All right. So
No, what if after the contract the person did not follow the contract and then he decided to go? This is his or her life.
then that means that is a termination of contract.
Well, which means that is why he's asking. In that scenario, would you be discouraged in sending another person training? Because this person has, no matter the kind of contract is not a sentence, death sentence. One can wake up and would not like to maintain the contract.
Yes, I won't feel discouraged because it's my company. I want a better result and I want a successful company in order to. So what I will do is that I will keep on sending other employees. I won't be discouraged.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Even in some contracts, actually some contract they will try to put it, if they are sending you for training, they will cost the training, and a part of the contract could be if you decide to leave, you have to pay us this amount,
Yes.
and you have to sign. So some companies they do something like that as well,
Yeah.
because it is taken for granted that some people could act that way. So, and some people, when they send you on further studies, they would like to make it very clear that you are coming back to work in their company so and so years, and that's why they are sending you on further studies, and they will cost the amount, the price, or whatever that it takes. Whatever it takes, they will just put it down, and then you will be able to sign. And if you are signing, I guess they also have barristers and lawyers
Yes.
to back it up in case someone
Any misconduct.
hears any breach of the contract. And then in some cases, the two lawyers, you are expected to bring in your own lawyer, and then the company will bring their own lawyer for future issues.
Yes.
But even at that, some people will decide to quit and then pay you whichever money that you said, yeah, and then agree on how to pay it. But maybe they don't feel comfortable working with you. Okay. So the second question.
Okay, the second question is this one is based on let assume as a HR you are, and do you believe in increasing salary first? As in, what I mean is, do you believe in increasing salary of number of years the person has worked for you, or based on the effort the person have put? I don't know whether you get my.
Yes, I understand your question.
Like let assume I have worked in your firm like 5 years,
Yes.
working in your firm,
Yes.
and someone came just last year. Based on the effort you see the person, you increase the salary without increasing my own. Is it possible in your own firm?
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I will answer your question by saying every labor deserves a reward. So in every firm or in any company, ideas and creativity matters a lot, and also duration matters a lot too. I will increase your salary if you have worked for a number of years, because it's necessary. Where you are working for years, at least there's supposed to be an increment of salary. And also, I will increase the salary of someone that brings idea for the productivity of the company to grow. That someone that brings development for the company to grow. I will also increase the salary of.
Who will you pay higher?
I will, without being sentimental here, I will make it. I will make it equal.
No, I disagree with you.
Huh?
I disagree with you.
Why did you disagree with me?
Yeah,
Why? I want to know.
You are being emotional in your company.
No.
How can you? For me,
Mhm.
I think as a HR, if I'm a HR, I will increase someone that is impacting in my company, not someone that has. I'm not looking about longevity. How long you have worked in my company.
Maybe probably you have worked long time gossiping in the company.
Yeah. So
Okay, no, that's a different case.
Coming very early and signing names only to be chatted
yeah.
on phone.
No,
So
Not being very, very lucrative and then productive.
yeah.
And
So
somebody comes today and is bringing more gains for me, more ideas, more contribution. Then, are you expecting me to be carried away because you have stayed many, many years?
I disagree. As a HR, such person won't even work in my company, or won't
Which
even
kind of person?
such person that comes to work late, gossip around.
How do you know?
No,
Because people
no.
pretend.
Wait. Let me tell you. As in, the person that has worked for 5 years,
Yeah.
it shows that the person is diligent to his work.
Yes.
He's
yes.
come on time,
Yeah.
do his necessary desk work. But someone that came last year improve your firm by advertising it on his social media, doing many things that the other one is not doing. But that one is working. Yeah, that one is working
But he's doing
diligently.
normal routine
Yeah,
work.
he was doing
Yes.
normal routine work.
Yes, I will. Yes, I agree with you. I will increase the salary. I will increase the salary of the person that impart growth in my company more than the person that's worked for 5 years. Yes.
How? How can you convince them? How can you say that?
Because the person that brings growth, or the person that imparts growth in my company, makes this company to grow, and advertising it and have a wider range in all platforms, plays a vital role in my company or firm.
So how can you? I mean, because there's supposed to be something that that's the human resource management. How will you manage that kind of situation?
Yeah, I will manage it by rewarding such person.
Only rewarding.
No, there are so many rewards. By yes.
Because you're concentrating on rewards. but the reward alone is not will cause problem.
More like, if if I happens to be the HR, what I would do, I will concentrate on the person that dedicate his or her time, effort in the in my company or in the company. I will reward him or her, and so that others will sit up and be and be punctual and behave like that person. So that's my own contribution.
Any other person, anything to add to it?
First of all, as a human resource manager, we eliminate and retain employees. So without productivity, we eliminate. So
Terminate. Yeah, we terminate.
so now we take this question: whom do you pay? Of course, I eliminate the other one and I increase the salary for the person who is
Yeah.
giving more productive.
What do you think about that? Because he's talking about terminate. Terminate, there are some people, and then
Yes, terminate unserious workers.
then how would you know that they are serious when
Of
you are
course, there's
going to
supposed to be
testify that they are coming?
a record, you know.
But they are doing very well. They always come on time. In fact, sign it happens in this school. They always come on time and do the routine things, you know. But then one person just came in and performed. I mean, met the company so high with the way he has brought or he has brought.
For me, in my own in my own way, I will use that person that's started new. That like I will use that person as an example, so that others will learn from him and sit up.
So you what do you think about that? Because this is a very very critical question that most companies are battling with.
So in that case, that is when human capital will come in. How to build human capital. That is the point I made before. I said monitor their performance regularly. When you monitor their performance regularly, you'll be able to know the one that is working with his whole heart and the one that is playing tricks on you. So with that, you apply human capital management with your as a HR. So when you apply the human capital management, you're able to know the people that are actually working for you and the people that are pretending. It's coming, but when you are monitoring them, like my previous presentation, I said how to build a human capital management. In that case, now you have to apply human capital management. Then, then when you apply that human capital management, you'll be able to monitor them. Like I mentioned, then monitor their performance. You will monitor them without their concept. They will know that you are monitoring them. With that, then you'll be able to ascertain who is working and who is not working.
So what do you think?
What I think is that also I want you to understand that in a
who
company,
to understand or we to understand. Or
okay, I want the student to understand that. I want the student to understand that in a company or in a firm, someone that worked for 5 years, there is ups and downs. You understand me? And this person stood by you, you know, during these ups and downs. So the reward is supposed to be an increment.
Remember
also.
that companies are not missionary society.
Yes, I know.
They are not missionaries that are looking at the way you are looking at things. The companies are established for gain, to maximize the profit.
Yes.
And then even if you're employing people, you have to look, as you told us here, have to look at the capacity, the capital itself, and the resources the person are coming along with. And then, because if you keep on thinking, being a missionary in thinking, or thinking in terms of empathy as you are moving, it's very important anyway. But imagine if we think like that, I don't think society will still work. It might be anyway, it depends on who is managing it. But you are going through how will I say, you are trying to be considerate only in the classroom. I don't know if you are the owner of the company, whether you be like that, because you establish the company to make gain,
Yes, of course.
while at the same time you have to consider human. But at the
Yeah.
same time, how can you handle this kind of situation? Somebody has worked for you, doing normal thing everybody does, following normal routine. But then here comes another person, just under a month. He made your company grow faster than all those that have been there for years. How can you handle it?
Okay. In such situation, I will handle it in a very diplomatic way by maybe by making that person a manager of my company, because this person has so much to offer.
And you think you will succeed because politics, companies politics, workplace politics, is very difficult to withstand.
For me, I cannot make such person a manager immediately.
No,
Because
I didn't say immediately.
you say you will make the person a manager.
Yes, of course. As time goes on.
Yeah, as time goes on, you
yes,
make okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do you agree with me now?
How can you make it about, but some people were there before?
It doesn't matter who is there before. You understand? What matters the impact? What matters the
Because the main
impact?
thing is not to make people manager, but it's also important to think about the people that work with the person.
Yes.
Otherwise, the company will collapse.
What matters in a company is impact. The impact,
It's not
your
only
growth.
impact. You have to remember we're talking about human resource management. How would you manage it? Because that is where the challenge is. How would you manage it? Just brought in someone in, and then you want to make him the head. But there were people there, and there are people still there.
For example, let me give an example. Like I said before, I was working with a company in Port Harcourt. I worked for this company for a year, and gives me the ability to study and to monitor how they manage the company. There was a manager there before, yes, but this manager, I would say, to my own suggestion, was not effective. He was just there for the salary and all these politics they play in a company. But all of a sudden, someone's that they employed, you understand me, so has this boosted the production and the market. There is brands to the market, and this impact makes the company growth very wide. So what they did is that they made it an assistant manager immediately. You understand me? As time goes on, he replaced the manager. So to my own understanding, I will use this method also in my company also, or in any firm that I'm managing.
Well, but then what happens in one firm might not be correctly applied in another firm, based on the people, based on the surrounding circumstances,
What's
based
up?
on the environmental factors. What happened, for example, you just gave now, might not necessarily work in another place, in another situation.
Yes, you are right. It depends on the firm you are working with and what they are specialized on.
Tell us how we can handle it in our firms.
In all firms, the way I will handle it, I will I will set an example, set a standard for others to learn. Yes.
Standard like how?
By encouraging other employees.
How?
By
I just sounded theoretical. How? Give us the practical steps that you're going. Okay.
I was giving examples. Let me give examples with the Premier League. With the Premier League, we see after a month they reward player of the month, goalkeeper of the month, goal of the month. So I also believe also in like business or an organization, adding bonuses and rewards to the employees would also do an impact, or would also give them morale to also perform like the other one performing better.
Okay. Do you understand what he said?
I didn't hear him clearly.
He said he didn't hear you clearly. Can you speak slowly for you to grasp?
As I was saying, with giving example with the
Yeah.
Premier League,
Yeah.
Almost everybody is a stammer.
we also we see people.
About except two of you. I think this one. You slowly stammer.
Okay.
Almost all of you. Look at Cato. He's also baffling.
Okay, I was giving an example in the Premier League. You
Okay.
see people when they reward player of the month, goalkeeper of the month, goal of the month, they also reward manager of the month. So I was also saying that if we apply that in the business, giving bonuses and rewards, that would morale like other employees in the business, and that would impact development.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
What do you understand?
He said that by giving bonuses, to people that are doing very well in the company or in any way. He gave an example of a Premier League, right? That someone that plays very well that was given a bonus for others to motivate them to do very well.
But
Right.
is it really a good example, given that football is no single footballer can do very well, except
It's a
if
teamwork.
other-
Football is a teamwork.
Is
Yeah.
a teamwork.
Yeah.
So don't you think if you employ, do you mean that he gave all of them or just a player?
Just one. If one
Yes,
a
one.
player that works very well.
But then, how can one player work very well when it is very clear that you cannot do very well unless others have
Assisting.
passed, others have assisted you, and they are the one that passed the ball for you to even do very well. Yeah, but business is almost standing on its own. But football, I don't know, is a good example because you cannot play very well unless if I pass the ball to you. So if you are rewarding you, if the manager or coach is rewarding you, you should reward me that pass ball to you, and even reward the person that also pass ball to me to pass you to the ball to you.
Sometimes, okay, let me come. In football, they have attackers. There are some people, they don't wait for you to pass ball to them. They will go there and attack you and get that ball from you and perform magic.
Okay,
That's-
so
yes.
the attacker. So in the football rewarding example you gave, was it attacker that was rewarded
Not that.
because he went to attack, as he's telling us?
They give individuals. For example, they say this was the goal of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They give an individual maybe reward.
Yeah, I also understand, but I just want to be careful so that I will not employ it in business.
Okay. So, for instance, in football,
Mhm.
once the team wins the trophy, they will give the whole team a gold medal or a silver medal for a job well done.
Mhm.
But there's a people that worked more to the success,
Mm.
and those people deserve a special award. That's the people they normally give maybe best player, best keeper, or something like that. So they have rewarded the whole team. Everybody is happy, but there are people that put more interest because both of us, all of us are working as a team. But if I didn't put more interest, we won't actualize that our goal. So those people that put more interest are people that they gave a special award. So likewise, that when you apply that in business, it goes like that. The person that is working cannot work alone. In a company, you cannot do everything only you. You will reward the whole team. You will call them reward the whole team. Even the one that is doing well, the one that is not doing well. You yourself as the HR, you know everybody's performance. But that the people that work, that the person that worked more, dedicated his time, everything, even sometimes his resources. So that person deserves a special award from other people, from others. So that's what I understand.
Correct. I agree with your analysis. This is the one I agree with. Because why I was talking about the football is situation. Look at, after all, you can pass ball to somebody, he will mess it up. You can pass ball to another person. Look at the goal. He didn't score. So now you have used the word that I'm looking for. Extraordinary attention. Somebody that has spent time, energy extraordinarily. He went outside the situation just to get something done. If that is the capacity, I believe that is the how the footballers are rewarded. But the way Kato presented it he presented it very vaguely. That's why I had to come out to say, oh, if we follow this format, it might not work in a company. But now you have made it very clear what he was intending. Because Kato is talking about extraordinary effort put by a particular footballer, in which everybody noticed. And then the people that reward actually paid attention to it. So on that note, I will agree on that. So what do you think, Mr. Presenter?
Yes, I agree with Elvis.
You agree with Elvis?
Yes.
What did you agree with?
I agree that there is some. For example, he used football. That there are some people that dedicated, that put their resources, that contributed more effort in actualizing that goal. Yes, they're supposed to be rewarded.
So that means, general. That means, let's come back to the one that work hard. That means you will not make him manager. You will not make him manager. You just promote. You just give him gift. You just reward him there, because if you come to football now, let's analyze this with football. You guys have said now. That means let's Messi now. Messi is outperform everyone there now. Does that make Messi? Can they make Messi a coach immediately without, you know?
This is a gradual process. When the reward, when you reward the team,
This thing comes. This thing is a gradual process. When you reward a team, the person that puts more effort, more energy, his reward might be managing. Might come as a manager
Or as a captain, yes.
or as a captain. Is it the position you will give to a person is best known to you. All you want is just the growth for the company. All you want is just for the good for the company. So the company will grow to the height you want it.
You can't just.
You can. It is a gradual process. Like I said, it's a gradual process. When you reward everybody, then you stay from afar and stay watch and see if he's because people might be dubious in nature and pretend maybe to know if the person is pretending to gain your trust so that he will embezzle some funds and run away. So you have to stay from afar and monitor the person and know if this person is the actual person he is proving to be. You understand? Then when you are convinced about your analysis, you can still maybe start like we said with the assistant manager. From there, you can go up.
Wow, but you are giving an answer that he didn't give.
Okay.
No.
Let me ask you a question on that.
He
On
made
that
a
one.
point,
his presentation.
Okay. What if that person, you are saying that maybe the person is pretending. What if you have look in all phases, the person is not pretending? Wait, I'm coming. The person is not pretending in your company. The person is working so hard, promoting your company, doing everything humanly possible, and you see the growth of your company. But the person lack human capital, as you have explained to us. Wait, what if the person lack it? The person don't communicate a lot. to people, and you know that communication is one of the key to company. And you can make a man, you can make someone a manager that is not communicating with everyone. Some people are maybe self-centered, but he knows what he's doing. So what are you going to do that kind of person? Yeah.
What you would do as the owner of the firm, you try to work on his human capital. Like I said before during my own presentation, work on his mindset. Tell him that these are the ethics of a life. This is what you need to adjust, and this is what you need to apply. Because you cannot because as a manager, you have to be polite, friendly, so that with that they can bring more client or customer to the firm. Because if you're self-centered and you're this person that always frown, maybe if I come to the office and see you, your face appearance is not giving me what I want, I will go look for another person. So you have to make the person to understand this is the area you need to work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, and once he accepts, because there are people that pays advice and that listen to advice, and there are people that feel that this is the life. When you say that the person this is the way he wants to live his life, he doesn't want to correct himself or work on himself. Uh, you leave him with the normal position, the normal reward others got maybe the special reward. Maybe if you're giving others incentive of 50,000, you give him 100,000. But you know that you want to promote him from the level he is to the next level. But he needs to work on himself. And if at all the advice you gave him is not taking it, you can leave him with the 100,000 you gave him, or maybe increase his salary a little bit. Or if you still love the person and you still want to invest more, you can maybe there are many people that can educate you on human capital management, and you can maybe enroll him or her in all those kind of they'll work on his mindset. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Any other gray areas? Presenter, Elvis appears to be the one taking over this presentation.
No. He answered the question.
Because it's the clearing all gray areas that you are jumping around. So can you summarize it in the question in Igbo?
I'm no question.
Okay.
I don't know if I should ask him or you. I want to ask one question. Anybody can clear me. In a firm, is it necessary to be considerate in some certain things? Maybe when you know that when you know that this thing is not right, and you want to be considerate at the detriment of your firm. So how can you be able to handle that? Or can you have maybe human empathy on some certain things? Is it advisable in a firm?
For me, I think human empathy is necessary in any company. You must not. Yes, in my company, let me use my own one. In my own company, I think human empathy is necessary. You cannot. Nobody. We are all human. Nobody will follow strict rule. That strict rule you outline. Nobody is not must. Anybody will follow it. People will follow it, but when you see that person maybe let's assume the person came late, you can even warn the person not to. Okay, not that direction.
Maybe somebody stay from the company, stay funds, or maybe diverting materials in the company.
No.
It came to your notice. You are notified about this.
No,
How do you handle this? Is this stress fire or query or something like that? So how do you
no.
handle that?
In that case, I remove my human sympathy on that one. Yeah, I remove it immediately. So I will follow strictly on my rule. No, there are certain things I will apply my human sympathy, but not all.
So in my own opinion, in my own opinion, I might suspend other person from working. Like maybe I will suspend that person maybe like a month, like or that person might be or for me I will suspend that person from working for like a month, like depending like depending the like depending the crime, yeah, or what the person did.
Okay, what would you do to the person?
In my own understanding, there is always a query. There is a room for query.
Mm.
You understand me? Because sometimes we humans are diabolic. Because I might use that strategy to win the HR heart. It might not be true. You have to investigate. That's where query comes in. To make sure if this person maybe did this or not.
Okay.
Yes.
My own, I think okay, good.
Me, I believe there should be limits. There should be limits when you're being considerate to someone.
So there should be a limit.
Yeah.
What if you find out that the person?
That's what I'm
What are you going to
Then there should be a punishment or yes.
Actually, no. The answer depends on the upbringing of each person.
Yes.
It depends on your philosophy of life of each person. Depends on your understanding and then position about life. People like us that have been trained from a missionary point of view, we have to be very merciful. Somebody like me, first of all, I would try to be very strict and very, very, very tactful in making sure that there would be no loopholes. That's the first thing I would do in my company. To make sure that in my company, at areas that has to do with mine, that they are all blocked. Depending on how I have strategized people in so many areas. But there are, even after you are doing that, some people can still use your name and your company to get something. You see? But the first thing I would do is to make sure that I try my best to block all loopholes where such things will happen. But then we are still human. I still know that even after that, one or two or three might still happen. Then, if it's about relation to money, as you said, if you fire the person, he has gone with the money. If you return the person, the money is still not yours. So, in my own view, I may be wrong with that. I'm not giving a general answer. I will look at the case and still return the person there to make sure that his or her availability will get back the money. Because if I fire the person, I mean, he might not be around. I might try to play Jesus Christ or a merciful person by calling the person with the query you're talking about and try to play. That is why some managers or some administrators, they play that role. They keep in one person that will be very tough and very, very strict. And then why on top? When you come to them, they know to understand you, pretend to understand you just to solve the problem. As soon as the problem is solved, of course, as human, if you realize that you have been caught, there's that tendency to play safe next time. So it depends on the situation. What works in this situation might not work in another situation. Oh, I think we have we have talked a lot. Okay, so can you summarize?
Okay. In Igbo language, right?
Yeah, just summarize
Okay.
the questions, because I think you have repeated it in Igbo language, right?
Yes.
Just the question, just summarize in
This
1
question,
minute. In 1 minute, summarize in 1 minute.
ihe m ga-akọwa na ajụjụ a na asụsụ anyị sara here na wụ ọ ga-adị mkpa onye nwere company or firm, ịmara otu ọ ga-esi handle some situations when it comes and apply knowledge, and mara otu ọ ga-esi solve some certain problems when it comes, and this depends on individual differences, and your upbringing. Otishi
Ngilebo.
water and otishi zwogi. So all him ga kowa na ihe a ekwuru na.
Okay, thank you very much. Igbo ndị ọbụla na-ege ntị, anyị kenekwe unu. Anyị ekene and anyị ejedebezi ya n'ụbọchị taata dịka time anyị si wee kwu. Abụkwa m Emmanuel Nweke Ọkafọ. So we thank you. Anyị na-ekene unu. Wee na-asịkwa unu ka unu na-anọnyere anyị mgbe ọbụla unu fụrụ ozi anyị. Ka ọ dịkwanụ.